just a quick bath for our birds just before they go on the race tomorrow. So we've decided to raise them for the last time. I'm just gonna hang around here for a few minutes just to make sure the birds are okay. Again, yeah, they'll be raising. These are the ones I'll be raising. So I cleaned the loft as well and observing them a little bit. So they've just had a relaxing morning, had a bath, and chill out for a bit. So I don't nowadays hang around inside the loft if I don't need to. So compared to what I used to do, I used to just stay here for hours. But I find that the birds are more relaxed if I'm not about, and I'm just basically leaving them to it. But before I go, I just wanted to show you guys these two birds. These are the ones that have been coming for us first and second all the time in our loft. They've been very consistent so far, and yeah, they're getting faster a little bit, but again, you know, it could be better, much better. But yeah, as long as they're healthy for now, and once we have more time with the birds, and hopefully we'll make a bit of difference with their performances. It is the best part of the day for the birds, obviously, feeding time. I think I've noticed that our feeders are actually a little bit small now. So what I've done is we've actually mixed them with the late breds as well as the second rounds of the young birds that we have, so it's a little bit crowded. Reason being for that is I've cleaned the other section of the loft, so I had to put them here first. So now we've put the late breds in their own sections now. I think I've got a little bit carried away with breeding, so I was hoping just to get 4 or 5, but I think we have well, all together, including the ones behind me, we have 12 late breds, but you know, they'll come handy at some point maybe. Yeah, so I got a little bit carried away. I didn't really want to breed too much because we don't really have the space for it. Such a fantastic day today. What a lovely day. So it's a bit warm up for the birds. Well, they look like they're flying very well anyway, so I hope they do exactly the same during the race. They're all healthy, to be honest, and flying time while they're doing loft fly increases to they started as 15 minutes, but now they go as far as over an hour. So you know, we've been a bit consistent with the birds, so hopefully that we could make a bit of difference. Right, so I'm gonna go inside the house now because the birds are still flying. It's been about 14 minutes so far now, and it looks to me that they're gonna carry on for a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna go inside the house and do a few chores and come back to it. They don't look like they're landing, so you know, we're gonna leave them to it, let them enjoy the heat. It's a little bit hot at the moment. It's still about 22-23 degrees out there. So I've been inside, came back out. I have no idea what these birds have been eating, to be honest, and they're still at it. An hour and 40 minutes so far, and no joke. To be honest, they haven't landed because I've checked. So it's the last race for the young birds from Ilkeston, which I believe is just over 55 miles. Today is a bit cloudy, quite a lot of clouds above us. North wind at around about 13 miles per hour, so it ain't so bad. So they should be able to make it with no problems at all whatsoever. It's been nearly about an hour now so far, and we sent 15 birds, and we trained them from Ilkeston on Monday, and just one 20-miler in between. Before we end the video, guys, I just wanted to show you these two birds. These two birds came from Red Badge and Big Truck, and of course from Simon Kennedy's loft. The one on the left, the blue slightly slaty color, is the one that did well for us last Saturday. It came 5th in a club. And the one on the right, the slate blue pied, is the one that came 2nd. It's our 2nd dropper, not 2nd in the club. They've always been consistent, the 1st and 2nd dropper in our loft in every single race, despite the fact that we didn't really spend a lot of time with them conditioning and training. However, like I said, luckily we managed to find the time in the last couple of weeks, training the pigeon well, conditioning, and having a routine system and it paid off well. So hopefully next year, guys, we'll do a little bit better. And I'm sure that these birds are I've got them in them. So it's up to me now to get it out, to get them all going again during the old bird season in April 2023. So fingers crossed. This is the new record system for the birds that we have here in the loft. This doesn't include the stock birds that we have. And yeah, we lost the phone where all the records were. So luckily we managed to recognize the birds by the ring numbers and the colors, because we don't have many. And so now this is it, and we have a couple of, I think 2 or 3 unknown. So unfortunately I just couldn't remember those 2 where they came from, so it'll have to do. I have no choice, to be honest. So we're still keeping them to race in April anyway. So yeah, record keeping, as we all know, is important. And it is a pain when you lose them, because you don't know which one is which. But finally we managed to get them back. Yeah, it's been a busy old few weeks for us. We went on holiday, and we actually managed to race the last race for the young birds at 55 miles from Ilkeston. You know, surprisingly we did quite well. You know, I mean, I'm very proud of the bird, because in a club we came 5th this time. I'm happy with the time. However, I still think it's very slow. So it could have been 10 more minutes faster, and hopefully that's what we aim for. So we spent about a week and a half of conditioning and training with the birds. That was the only full week that I actually spent time with the birds, because usually I work away like 3 days here and there away from home. So we couldn't really have a proper system. So we look forward to the old birds race this coming April, and as we are going to be working locally now, so we're going to be home in the morning and in the afternoon or evening. So we could finally follow the system and the conditioning training before or during the race, including the breeding season. So brilliant. I've been waiting for this for the last 2 years, so finally it's happening. So hopefully it'll make a difference in terms of our race results and everything. So I mean, it goes to show you, I only spent about a week and a half with the birds, properly conditioning them, training them, and having a proper routine system, and they have improved. So I shall look forward to next year.